So I'm going to kind of walk you through what Copilot in Power Automate looks like. So if any of you have not used Power Automate, it's Microsoft's, for the most part, GUI-based automation tool. It can help you automate simple tasks. I know some of the examples it has up on the screen is, every month, copy all files from OneDrive folder to another OneDrive folder. And you can kind of use Copilot to, position yourself with questions or prompts that you can engineer to figure out, what's the best way to use Power Automate to benefit yourself. There's a couple of examples that this video is going to walk you through. One of them is, how do you create an alert based off of a Power BI report value changing? So say that you have a value created in a report for revenue exceeding a 3% gain or a 3% dip. You can get it to email you and send a notification and point you to the report. And then also at least with Copilot for Power Automate, the more vague you are with your descriptions of what you want versus getting, super granular, it actually works better with the general or high level form of the question versus trying to get super specific. I don't know if any of you guys in our viewership use Power Automate currently, and how you taught yourself to use it. I'm curious to know, what do you use it for, and how often do you interact with it? Because that's data that's always interesting, and I'm always interested to see what kind of automations users can come up with. But right here, you can see when a row is added, deleted, or modded, it's going to send out an email. Pardon me, the video is kind of faster than me. But you can see, so we basically created a trigger. So it triggers an event that happens, and then what is the following action? So when a row is added, modified, or deleted in Microsoft Dataverse, you're going to get an email sent to Outlook, and then you can specify, which criteria meets the trigger and which email you want the action to go to. So send me an email if revenue, so this is the example I talked about, but if revenue increases or decreases by a certain percent in a report. So this one's 20%. So you're looking to have a good month. But it gives you the format right here. So this is the suggested flow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Power Automate, but it all used to be detailed out as flows. But this flow is essentially when a data-driven alert is triggered. So you can highlight a part of Power BI reporting. Say, the number is pulling from all of your SaaS applications to figure out what your billing and your revenue is for the month. Say it goes up by 20% within that month or whatever time period you want to specify. It's going to send you an email, and it's going to detail out how that happened, and you can go look into the trend, and you can get the formula to create that flow without having to go through and poke and figure it all out for yourself. It allows you to learn this application at a much higher level. So your adoption rate and the rate at which you can buy something and get an ROI out of it is increased. Your time to use and your time to completion of a task is faster. So that's what you're looking at with Copilot, in my opinion, overall, is you're not looking to reinvent the wheel, but the wheel that you're currently using is just going to spin a lot faster. But this is the flow chart of how you want the flow to go through. This is the condition, so you can see from this, trigger my alert, get my profile, that's who I'm going to send it to, and the condition. So if it's false, if it's not growing by less than 20%, do nothing. If it goes over 20% for any reason, send me an email. And now I know I can go look at that report. If it's something I check once a week, but this event triggers because we had a big sale, I can go and look at it as to why and maybe dig in and try and figure out how to recreate that success.